March 8th. March goes by fast because we have that week off, and when we get back, it's kind of like already the 20th or something, so 22nd. So it seems early in the month, but then like that, it will be the end of the month. Just a reminder, this is a B week. That means you have formatives today and one on Wednesday and not one on Friday. So don't worry about it on Friday. Progress reports upload this Friday. So that's a really quick turnaround because they extended the deadline for the grades from the 4th 6 weeks because of Winter Storm Uri. Now we just had like 2 weeks or something instead of 3 weeks before the progress report. I think the only grade I'm going to have for you for the progress report is your formatives. So I'll be popping that in there for your progress report. If you've been keeping up with that, no problem. I don't have any other grades, and it's kind of hard with the projects going on anyway, the semester long projects. So what else did I have on updates? Community scholarship application closes at noon on Friday. That is 2.5 weeks away. Don't let it seem like it's so far in the distant future that you don't need to get started. Those applications are due the Friday we get back from spring break. So I don't know if you have plans to work on them over spring break or do some this week, do some the week we get back, whatever. But just a reminder that those are due on noon that day, not at the end of the day. So keep that in mind. It will literally close. And if you have not submitted, you can go into that account. You can go in there and work and submit things and fill stuff out and save it and continually save until you're ready. But the submit button is what activates it. So if you let the 26th at noon roll by without making sure that you've submitted in that account, then you will not be applying for any of those scholarships. It's just gonna disappear into the Ethernet. So make sure that you maybe plan a little bit ahead, submit a couple days early, have Mrs. Ramos look over your essay so that it's superior, and all that stuff will work out better for you. But that is not a distant deadline. I think that's it for updates. Is there anything I'm forgetting in the updates? You can remind me, or you can put it in the chat if you prefer. I did ask today for the people that are the webmasters for the projects if they would share out a little bit about how their website is developing. We all know that this is like the middle of the project and nobody has their website completely done. But I think that there are a number of really great things going on the websites. People have been sharing them with me, and I've been kind of evaluating them as people had to work on parts of them for the 4th 6 weeks. So I would really like for us to share out, and I emailed all the people who are the webmasters, hoping that they wouldn't mind sharing, just maybe 2 or 3 minutes, give us a visual of your website. The other groups can kind of look and give their ideas, or at least get ideas from your presentation. So it's kind of informal. I know that it's not all done, but I did ask that each group would prepare for that. So Erica, Eliana, is Michaela here today? Michaela Lucio?
No, but I'll get a feeling
No.
from Michaela.
Oh, okay. And what about the Living Independently group? Do you guys have access to the website? Can somebody share it with us?
I do. I didn't get an email about that, but I mean, I could show it.
I only sent it to the people who said they were the webmasters. But yeah, okay. So we'll hear from each group then. Let me go ahead and make each one of you co-hosts. So Erica, I'm gonna make you a co-host. You have to be a co-host, I think, to share. And who else? Liana. Who else is gonna share for their group?
Me.
Okay,
Evelyn.
Marisa. Oh wait, they're all shifting around. Okay. And who's gonna share for the Living Independently group? Yeah, that's Marisa. Who's gonna, what about first generation?
Me.
Eblinda?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Because there's like 20 me's in here right now. I'm just checking.
Well, I don't know. I don't think my camera's working.
It's
I
okay.
really-
You don't have to use your camera. You can just share on your screen.
Okay.
I'm making you a co-host right now so that you can share. Okay, so let me stop sharing. And let's have all the group people that identified themselves should be able to share their screen. So why don't we start with the Living Independently group. Marisa, why don't you share your website and we'll all have a little look. A little peep into the future.
Let me go to the site first. I don't know what anyone else has done, but I think maybe there should be some progress.
Okay. Is it desktop? Is that what I press? No, share the window or the tab or.
Oh, it just says application or desktop.
Okay, we'll go with desktop then.
Sure.
The suspense. Oh, there you go.
Okay. You can see it?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, yeah, this is ours. And so far, I just put some pictures so far, and I put a little background. Oh, yeah, it was being weird right here. Like, I was trying to change it, like the editing and all that. So this is just the same as that. But this is like a little background I put so you can know why we did the website. And here are the tabs, little sections. These are my sections. And I just put a little bit of stuff. I just need to add all the information and then I should be done with mine. These are all of my little topics so far.
Okay. How does that link up with what your group members are doing?
Well, I guess they just need to, because it's shared with all of them, so they just need to start putting all of
Putting in their pages.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
That's about it.
Looks good.
We have all our sources so far.
Mm-hmm.
That's why we left that at the end, so we can.
Good. What do you all think? You want to comment there in the chat? I like the color coordination. It looks cool. I mean, the whole point of it is to get people to. You can stop sharing.
Oh.
I can see myself. Yeah, I think that the idea is to engage people. You want to keep people on your website for as long as possible so that they can gain information and they can start to learn from it. You know, if they can't find their way around, or you know, they get places and they can't get back, then pretty soon people are pretty quick to just give up. So you have to kind of think of a new person coming to the website and how they would navigate through and what would be easiest for them so that they can continue. Yeah, I like the tabs on the top too. It's almost like a toolbar, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's some comments for you there in the chat. Okay, great. Erica, do you want to go ahead and share what your group's been working on?
Yeah, sure. Let me just share the screen.
Okay.
Okay, so can you guys see it?
Yep.
Okay, so this is how it's gonna look like if we see it from like an actual website. So far, I did a little description of our website. I kind of put what it was. So I put that, and then I put like a pretty picture, and I put the quote in the bottom. And you can read it right there. I don't know if you can read it. And then right here, where I put want to get to know the creators, you click, and it sends us to the get to know us page, which is all of us.
And that makes me miss you guys so much.
And then right here, we also have little tabs. So like we have physical health, which I think is Michaela's. And Michaela already started on it. And then we all have access to it, so we can also edit, like Marissa said. So we're all editing, and since I'm the webmaster, I'm kind of just like monitoring what they're putting, and if we can see it, we have access to it, like you know how it is.
Right.
And then there's also emotional health, which I believe is Julie's. I don't know if she already started or not. I don't think she has. And
Well,
then
that's
like
okay. I'm sure she's doing her research. We know it's not going to be finished right now.
yeah, she's doing research. And
I
then
don't
like
want
I
her to feel
already
bad.
no. Like yeah, I know she's doing research. We're all on top of that. And then I have the playlist right here.
Oh, okay, like study playlists for background music type stuff to keep you motivated and chill.
Yes. Yeah, and I also told like my group members like if they had any like options like of what they like, they can also input it in here if they want.
Mhm.
And then I'm working on the support websites. I still need to include everything in here. But other than that, we're working on it.
What do you mean by support websites? Like all the references or like more information if people want to go
For
to?
college support websites, Michaela had a nice input to look for the top colleges or universities in Texas and kind of just put what they have, like if they have any support groups such as like, you know, the counseling department, any YouTube channels, stuff like that. And then at the bottom right here, I'm gonna put like apps that you can access to, like for example, like Grammarly that can help you with your grammar and all that stuff. And I know that there's also like
Well, also
uh,
focus the apps on the physical and emotional health, right?
yeah.
So, what are some apps? Make sure that you indicate whether it's a free app or not, because that matters sometimes on people downloading. But yeah, that's
Like
a
I
great
know
idea.
there's a meditation app that like kind of calms you down, and then there's other apps that are for like kind of what is it called, like music, like
Hmm.
that calming music. So yeah, I'm gonna put all that stuff, but it's still in the process.
There's one for sleep stories too, or there's a playlist on YouTube. Like if you're having, like, sometimes insomnia is a problem. You're worried, you're up late studying and it's hard to wind down from that to fall asleep. There's something called sleep stories where literally somebody gets on and tells you a story for you to fall asleep in like the sleepiest voice possible so that
Oh
you
yes,
chill
I've seen.
out and go to sleep.
I think I've seen the ads on it.
Yeah, I think there's an app that you can pay for, but then I think there's also probably some YouTube playlists for that sort of thing too. I know because sometimes I have insomnia and I've tried everything. Hmm.
Yeah.
It
Okay,
looks
so
great. What do y'all, go ahead.
so far that's it. That's all we've worked on.
Okay, what do y'all think of that one? I like the color coding. I feel like it's a vibrant, kind of, interesting, warm color. And that makes sense with the topic, right?
Thank you, Isaiah.
I like the pictures. I like the bios that you're doing. I think that a lot of times that makes people spend more time on a website if they know who the content creators are and all that stuff. I've been sharing content with the counseling department from our first semester project so that they can feature some of your ideas on their Twitter and their pages and Google and stuff like that. All right, great. Eliana, do you want to show us what you have for handling academics?
Okay, just let me share the screen. Do I share a desktop?
Yeah, that'd be fine. Either way, I think it
Okay.
works.
Okay, can you see that?
Yeah.
Okay, so we have like the little welcome page, and here's just a placeholder. And we're gonna like
Is
collaborate
that from the
and
winter storm?
yes. Okay, so we're gonna put like our little photos, and that's the only photo I've taken of myself. So we have our little bios and a little courtesy of this class.
Oh, that's nice.
Then here we have the tabs, and this is where we're gonna have our projects. So far, Julie and Liliana haven't updated here, but it's just a little sample. And because I'm gonna have like a little quiz, I just put an example video there to check if linking videos work, and we put that.
Mhm.
And I'm just like getting started here.
Yeah. I like the sort of the drop down that you guys have for your navigation on the side. I feel like that's real kind of sleek and
Mhm.
saves space on the main page. So do you have it so that everybody is uploading their own stuff, or are they sending it to you to upload, or how's that working?
I tested them asking if they wanted me to type it on a website or if they do it themselves, but they haven't responded. So I need
Oh,
to
okay.
give-
Yeah, all right. Well, maybe we can, maybe they're gonna work on it a little bit in the next couple weeks.
okay.
Looks nice. Okay.
That's it.
You look super sad in that picture. It totally captures everybody's mood from that week. All right, what about feedback? What do y'all think about that one? I think it looks professional. It's like it used the style where everything is kind of, you know, like minimalistic and kind of, you know, there's that one red line and yeah, professional. Nice. All right, Erlinda, you're up.
Okay. There?
Mhm.
Okay. Okay, this is our page. We're doing the first generation college students. And so the first page is just like a little summary and then what the whole point of like the page is, and then if you have any questions. And then on the little lines over here in the corner, they're separated into different things. So the first one is home and the second one's team, and then the team one is gonna be pictures of us. We wanted to get the photos of you know that banner you get when you get admitted to college, that like
Mhm.
welcome to. We want to take pictures with those, but we're waiting for everybody to get theirs in, and we're gonna put those on there, and then we're gonna put like a small bio, like a sentence or two, like, oh hi, I'm Isaiah, or hi, I'm Michaela. This is kind of, and then
Nice.
yeah, and then these are just like the main topics. Well, they're not there yet because we haven't submitted them to Michaela yet, but these are the topics that going to be discussed.
Good. And they're all geared toward first generation because that's a really important group that needs support, and you know it's not always readily available. So I think your website will be especially important for students that are looking for that help.
So that's,
I really like the wallpaper there. It looks you know, kind of fancy.
yeah, Michaela wanted to do like a vintage type, so we all agreed.
Yeah.
So we're all doing the whole like
Yeah, I do get a vintage vibe from it.
beige colors. Yeah.
Yeah. And it uses that same left-hand drop down.
Yes. Yeah, and I think there's a little like search stuff. So.
Yeah. Well, I think that you get choices on how your navigation will be across the top or down the side, but I think they just added that part where it's got the 3 lines and it kind of like, you know, is a drop down. So that's good. Anybody else want to comment on that website? Give her some feedback. I think that we see really, really different approaches. Thank you. Really, really different approaches to the project, right? I like that everybody kind of took on the personality of their topic or of their particular, you know, goal for that website. And I think that it's kind of cool to see all of the different ways that you guys have solved the problem of creating a website. So I think maybe also you gave some ideas to the other groups. I really like the bio idea. I'm not saying everybody has to do that, but I really like that idea because I think that it's more engaging if the people who might come to the website actually, because we're going to actually publish this on the web and make it available and tweet about it and stuff like that. So there could be people all over the place who start looking at your content. So, you know, it's kind of cool to see, hey, that's a student just like me, you know, like, or I'm getting ready to go to college and this is a good topic. I need to learn about this too. So it's good to keep that in mind. If you're a visitor for the first time to your site, like try to put on those glasses as you're working and say, okay, what's going to be easiest for me to find what I'm looking for so that people don't click out and they stay on the page and learn as much as they can about our topic. So I think everybody's got a really good start. So I'm happy to see all of your progress. Any other comments on any of the projects? Nice work. All right. Well, I wanted to remind you of a few things before we go today. I know we didn't have a very long class period today, but it's because everybody's working on things and everything's sort of in the works, as we can see with the projects and the websites. Just a reminder that you do have formative today and Wednesday, and you should be working on your 5th, 6th week scholarships. I think if you do the community scholarships, you will probably end up taking care of this 6 weeks scholarship assignment. What you might want to do is when you get into the page, I don't know if you've explored that application or not, but there's a spot where you're going to click on all of the different scholarships that you are applying for, that you might qualify for. And you can hover over them and see what each one is about or what the requirements are. So once you've clicked all that, you can take a screenshot of that. And then once you submit, you can take a screenshot of I've submitted. But do make sure that you submit. Saving is not the same as submitting on that application. And we, sadly, the reason we keep saying that, and it's reiterated in the video too, is because we have students every year who it comes around to the week after it was due and they realize that they never went back in and submitted that they had been saving. And it's not going to apply that way. So also make sure that you have submitted your exit slip. Last week, I showed you the video about the community scholarships. It's maybe 5 minutes long. And you need to go in and I think it was the formative on Friday last week, but you need to go in and do the little exit slip. It takes less than a minute to show that you watched the video because they want to make sure I'm doing my job and showing you the stuff I'm supposed to show you. So if you watch that video, and if you haven't watched it, I linked it here and you can go and watch it. And then that way you know what to do when you're working on those community scholarships. And of course, you should be working on your website project, your portion of it. And I would say look at your chart that your group filled out about what you need to have completed for the 5th, 6 weeks. That's due on April 14th. So kind of look at that and double check what you said you were going to complete just to keep yourself on track and make a plan to work on it. I don't have anything else for today. Are there any groups that need to meet? I can put you in a breakout room if you like. Seems like everybody's kind of communicating through email or some other way, some text chat. All right. Okay, then I'll be in communication with you, the beginning of the week after the break. If something comes up in between, if you want me to read your essay for your application, don't worry about sending it to me. You feel free to send it to me and I'll give you some feedback if you would like it. It's okay if it's over spring break. I stay up way later than my parents. So it's fine. Don't worry about bothering me or anything like that if you have a need. So other than that, I will see you probably our next class. I was talking to the group about it before I started recording. Probably our next class period is going to be on the 29th. Next week is spring break. And the week after that, I'm going to be out of town. So I'll probably post something on Google Classroom about continuing your work on your scholarships and your project. But everybody knows that that's what they're working on. So. All right, I'm going to go ahead and close the meeting then. If you have a question or anything like that, you can stick around behind. Other than that, I hope you all have a great spring break. Enjoy your time off. Try to get some rest for this last little stretch that we have before graduation, okay? Okay, Many says a question. Do you want to stick around or do you want to ask it? Is it something that everybody would want to know?
Oh yeah, it was about because I finished the Vamos scholarship on Friday, and it said to have like 2 people like to recommend you for an essay. So, but it said that because it said the email address, I put it, but it said also to remind just in case because it said it might not send. So.
Oh, okay. So you're reminding me. I did do 2 Vamos scholarships over the weekend. So double check your account and see if it got in there.
Yeah.
If not, I didn't receive the email.
Yeah, because if not, I can send you like my